Celebrate and continue to celebrate Women's History Month with Michelle Smith, certified executive and personal coach. Michelle, good morning to you.
Good morning, Laura.
It's so good to have you with us. I have to be honest with you, reading your bio, you're a life coach, you're a speaker, you're an author, you're a Jill of all trades, if you will. But that's really good when things are going bad. But for so many people who just maybe have one or two skill sets, it's really time for them to kind of buckle down and get this thing going again.
Absolutely. One of the things that we need to think about moving forward as women is trying not to boil the ocean. We need to make sure that we are considering what moving forward looks like for us, not what it looks like for anyone else. So that could be just taking on small tasks and offloading them to a friend, maybe even a spouse, maybe even an older child, because so many of us are looking at how life has changed and we've been traumatized, we've been stressed. So it's not really in your best interest to try and take on too much too soon.
And maybe part of that would be raising the right questions, because oftentimes people just don't know what questions to ask, especially those women who did not leave the workforce voluntarily.
Right, absolutely. You need to ask the right questions, not just for your safety and your family, but also for work environments. Let's say you're looking to go back to work and you don't know which way to go. You might want to build up your personal brand and look at your digital footprint. And we live in a digital age now, and it's important that you stand out and you are able to be found and people can search for you. And it's not just enough to have a resume these days. You have to have a digital footprint that stands out.
Yeah, you know, when you get on an airplane, they say, make sure you put on your oxygen mask before you do it for someone else, because that's the only way that you'll be able to help them. Well, oftentimes as women, we do not do that in real life. And it's easier said than done. But how are some of the ways we can kind of reduce that stress and still output some really good things?
Right. Well, the first thing is to prioritize self-care. Self-care is not selfish, and that means mind, body, and soul. Even if that means just carving out 20 to 30 minutes a day just for you. It may be just to listen to music. It may be to upskill and listen to a podcast or read an article so that you can get your skills where they need to be for that next job. It may even be that you just have quiet time to yourself. If you can think about yourself, which is not like what women do. We put everyone else in front of us instead of ourselves. We can be full and not operating on empty when it's time to pour out.
Oh, I love that. Love how you said that. Michelle Smith, thank you so much for being with us. We already feel empowered this morning. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.